Wagwan fam, it's Deputy Prime Minister, proud Northerner and Basic Instinct enthusiast, Angela Rayner, and welcome to another No-Brainer with Angela Rayner. Now, you may have noticed that I started this podcast a little bit differently with a different greeting, and that is because us Labours are trying to connect in with Gen Z at the moment, and we were told that working class Gen Z speak in a language called roadman, and so I've been learning a few phrases to try so that I can connect in with them best. So Wagwan fam is basically a way of saying hello, how are you? I hope you're doing good. So I know that all of those Gen Zs out there that are hearing this will think that is a woman in her mid-40s speaking my language, and I don't feel remotely patronised. Fantastic. And they're really going to get on board with us Labours. So here we are at the Labour Party conference in Liverpool, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric. We have hit the ground running. It started off a little bit rocky because I was pulled into an interview with the BBC, and I was fine about that because usually the BBC love us Labours and they just let us get away with whatever, and they don't normally call us out on anything. Well, I was completely blindsided by the interviewer when she brought up my holidays again. I don't know why people are so obsessed with me going on holiday. I'm allowed to go on holiday, and it wasn't even about Ibiza. It was about an holiday I went on before Ibiza when I went to New York for New Year's with my friend. I paid for the flight, and so did my mate. And I stayed at my mate Lord Ali's house. He has a nice apartment in New York, and he said, do you want to stay there? And I said, thank you very much. Yeah, I will do. I'll bring a friend. Is that all right? And he said, that's fine. So it was all above board, and I talked about it. So I don't really know why everyone's banging on about it. So that was brought up. I put that to bed. And then instead of talking about the Labour Party conference and policy and all the positive things that us Labours are doing, they brought up our Kia taking Sue Gray to the football. I can't believe it. Just because our Kia let Sue Gray into his box, everyone's getting all upset about it. I don't understand what the problem is. He did that for the good of the people because he didn't want to go in the stands and disturb the people, the football fans didn't want to disturb them when they were all, huggling together to keep warm. He was doing it for them. So I really don't understand why they have to keep going on about it. So again, we moved on from that. And then the rest of the interview was all right. And then I went into my conference speech. I've got to say, it was really, really emotional for me because I brought up, obviously I am, as you may not know, I'm a working class girl. And I have been brought up in social housing myself, so I understand a lot about council houses, and I was a single mother as well, so I can really connect in with a lot of people from similar backgrounds, and so I really wanted to hammer that home that I'm just like everybody else. I'm exactly like everybody else, and I really think that I got that message across. I talked about my nana as well, and that always goes down really well because they do that on programmes like X Factor and that when they bring up their nanas and stuff. So I did that. People were really happy. Obviously, I dissed the Tories because you got to diss the Tories. I went for Kemi. I was having none of that. I did a few Doctor Who jokes and brought in David Tennant and all of that beef that's going on. And that went down an absolute storm. And of course, I reminded everybody of the 14 years of Tory failures, all the things what they did when they were in power and how they ruined this country. Brought that in, and obviously I mentioned the £22 billion black hole, which we are going to keep mentioning throughout the conference. It is going to be so successful. Our Kia was so proud of me. He absolutely loved my speech, and I'm just so excited to hear everybody else's speeches, especially our Kia's. I know it's going to be fantastic. He's going to absolutely smash it. I'm going back to my hotel now, and before anybody criticises me for, what posh hotel I'm staying in, actually, our Kia booked us all in to a travel lodge, and he was really generous. He did it out of his own pocket, and he made sure that we all got a breakfast bag as well for tomorrow morning, so we've got energy to start the day. Now, he's not staying in the travel lodge with us. He said he's staying with a mate to save money, because he says his mate's got a nice house and he's been spending a lot of time with him lately, and he's got another house up north, so he was going to stay there. So, you know, we are thinking about everyone, thinking about budget and thinking about the sacrifices, what we've got to make as well. I'm going to be doing more videos from the conference, and I can't wait to see you again. So I'll see you again on another No-Brainer with Angela Rayner. I don't understand what the problem is. He did that for the good of the people,